Hello, my name is Rebecca Siedenberg, and I am currently in a communications internship at Gardner-Webb University for the summer of 2024. As I said, my name is Rebecca Siedenberg. I am from Wales, Wisconsin, and I'm currently pursuing my undergraduate at Gardner-Webb University in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. In the upcoming fall, I will be a junior, and I am majoring in communications with a concentration in graphic design. I chose Gardner-Webb University when it came to the opportunity to be a student athlete. I wanted to play collegiate volleyball while pursue a degree in graphic design, and Gardner-Webb was the perfect fit for me. Originally, I wanted to pursue interior design, but when I stepped on campus, I fell in love with Gardner-Webb, and unfortunately, they did not offer that. But I was willing to change my degree and my major to graphic design to attend this university. This summer, I was given the opportunity to be an intern for Scherrer Construction in Wisconsin. Scherrer Construction is a construction management firm that includes buildings for anything that you can think of, whether it is schools, libraries, homes, apartments. They cover it all, and they have a goal to do it and do it well. Their mission for the company is our nearly century-old tradition is built on performance, value, and integrity. We are more than just builders, we are partners in bringing visions to life. And they also have a legacy that states, for generations, our legacy of constructing excellence endures. We're dedicated to delivering high-quality, innovative, transformative spaces that stand the test of time. And I fully believe that Share fulfills this mission and this legacy. I'm proud that I have been an intern at Share Construction. They definitely do their work and they want to do it to the best of their ability and fulfill the client's wants and needs. Three things that stood out to me for this company was versatility. They have so much to offer to their clients. They have so many services, whether it comes to designing, drawing, measurements, even the interior design aspect, the 3D modeling, or physically building the structure that a client wants. Share can cover it all and will do it all well. The second thing that stood out to me was the expansion of the company. They have been very, very successful recently, and they are substantially growing. So they are building a third location in Wisconsin, in Eagle River, Wisconsin. I was fortunate enough to work in the Burlington office, and they also have a Wausau office, but now they're expanding to Eagle River to be across the state and to fulfill the audience over there. Lastly, the community feel of Share was amazing. I stepped into the office day one and everybody was already so welcoming to me, asking about my life outside of the job, asking if I needed anything. I could always rely on somebody to be there to help me or to guide me in a direction that I needed. With this community feel, they also have a program called Share Cares, which is all about giving back to the community, whether it is to a school, to an animal shelter, or to a boys and girls club. They want to give back what they have earned and what they have fundraised through their company to their community. For my internship, I was grateful enough to be underneath the supervisor, Jennifer Blair, who is a project manager. She is mainly focused into the architecture area where it is the drawings and the measurements and the designs. She works with Revit a lot, which is a program you use for 3D modeling homes. And she has a quote about me that is, Becca is intuitive and forward thinking. She steps in and steps up as a team player or team leader without question to see tasks through to completion. And I'm so very grateful for my experience with Jennifer. She was a very big influence into my internship and helped me out greatly to have the opportunity to do this experience. Next, although she wasn't technically one of my supervisors, she felt as one. Haley was amazing. She was lead when it came to the golf outing, which was a very big project I worked on during the internship. And she quoted me and said, Becca was a huge help in planning our company's annual golf outing as she helped design event and sponsorship signage. She was a pleasure to work with, and I have no doubt she will succeed in her future career. So I just wanted to thank Haley personally as well for letting me and involve in her work and work alongside of her, even though I was not necessarily her intern. During this internship, I had learned many, many skills. The four that stood out to me were communication, design, time management, and organization. Communication is very key when it comes to a job, whether it is a small communication or a large communication. You need to let your coworkers know what you have done, when you did it, how you did it, all the information to let them know what you're working on and to make the business successful. As far as design, I learned so much when it came to programs such as Canva, InDesign, Illustrator, Revit. Haley and Jennifer both had experiences in these programs, so they helped me with small little tips and tricks that I may not have known otherwise. Time management and organization were two skills that I thought worked hand in hand, but were very key to my success during the internship, whether it came to writing out my tasks for the day as to highest priority and lowest priority, or completing one task at a time instead of trying to do multiple at one time and having them cross over and be chaotic, and then keeping my work just organized so I don't have to take an extra time to try and find something or anything along those lines where it would help with my stress and my focus. During my time at Scherrer, I completed several projects. The main projects I did were either architecture or graphic design. Fortunately, I was given the opportunity to look through a Sterner farmhouse. Sterner is the last name of the owners, and they allowed me to look through their house and on Revit, the 3D modeling program, and put in any alterations or changes that I thought, even though it was fully done and ready to go. They allowed me to do that so I could get used to Revit as a program. And fortunately, also, I was allowed to go and see their property during their progress in building the house as well, which was super cool because I could see the vision from Revit itself into real life. Next was Richard Residence, which was my first house that I was able to actually design and decorate. Stephen, he allowed me to do this to his home. He's the VP of Share, and he knew that I was an intern, and he was like, for the experience, you are so welcome to design my home. I will give it to my wife and she will give you feedback back. So that is exactly what happened. That is what's going to happen in a real world situation. You're going to give your client your ideas, and the client is going to reach back out and say, I like this part of it, but I would like to change this part. So that was really great for my experience in learning how to improve my skills. The smart house was a little bit different. I didn't use Revit. Instead, I looked at an interior design Excel sheet where I had to find specific components, whether it was a sink faucet, the floor vents, the floorboards, anything along those lines were all in an Excel sheet, and I was given the task to find them online and find the price per unit, and then give the clients or the interior designer a quote as to how much approximately it would be per item and in total. Lastly, for the architecture section, I did the Wilburn residence, which was a craftsman style home. And I had never worked with a craftsman style before, so I had to do a prior research to complete this project, and found out that craftsman style is a huge focal point of wood within a home. And then for my graphic design experience, my main part was the golf outing, where I had to design auction signs, beverage cart signs, a program, tickets, all of the visual displays. Haley gave me the task to design, and I love doing this part of making everything visually appealing. The first two pictures I have here are from Revit. The one on the left is the Wilburn residence, which I said was a craftsman style home. So the focal point of the island is the wood. There's not going to be a neon orange floor. I was still working on flooring, and there is not going to be a lime green stove hood. I was also working on changing that color at the time of this picture. But as you can see, the focal point was balancing out the wood and neutrals to make the home and the kitchen and the open space appealing to the clients. And then on the right was the Richard residence, which was a little bit more of a modern look. But a cool thing about Revit is you can see all the details when it comes to the cabinets, the dishwasher, the window, even the sink faucet. You could add whatever you need to make it most realistic for your clients. Next, I have the signs that I worked on. On the left was the spin the wheel sign, which was $10, and you got a chance to win a prize. I had to make sure I included all the details and made it visually appealing and readable to the golfers that were coming in and signing up for the spin the wheel. Next was the beverage cart sponsors. I just needed to balance out the logos of all the companies that sponsored us and sponsored our beverage carts and make it big enough so people can read it and see it and the companies feel that they are appreciated. And then on the right, there's an example of an auction item sign. I had to make approximately 30 of these that had all the details about what the golfers would be bidding on, how much it was worth, and exactly where the company got it from and the brand that it was coming from as well. Lastly, these are the pictures of the signs in action. They are next to a bid sheet or the prize, and I just am really proud of how they turned out, and I just wanted to include a picture of how they looked in the auction room during the live golf outing in the live auction, or not the live auction, the silent auction section of the golf outing. And then lastly, I have the program that I created. The main focus of this program was thanking and appreciating our sponsors. Our co-sponsors were able to donate $10,000 to our golf outing, which is a great amount of money. And we just needed to make sure that they felt appreciated and we thanked them and that everybody knew that they were our biggest sponsors. And then as you go down, everybody else also sponsored us and donated money to us to be able to run this golf outing, which we are very, very thankful for. And these programs were just set out in the dining room for each golfer to have. Overall, I just wanted to thank everybody that has been a part of this internship. I would like to thank Scherrer Construction in general for the opportunity to learn not only interior design, but graphic design and have the experience with it as well. Specifically, I would like to thank Dr. Lemon for providing me with this opportunity and for being a mentor during this time, sharing her stories and her experiences to help us get through our internship if we had any issues. Next, I would like to thank Jennifer, who was my internship supervisor. She took me in and let me work alongside of her and guided me through this experience and was also a mentor when it came to getting work done in this company. Haley was also a great part of my experience. She let me work alongside of her for the golf outing, even when I wasn't her intern. And I'm just very grateful for that because I got a graphic design aspect into my internship as well. Additionally, Ben, he was part of Share. He actually approved my internship and allowed me to be a part of the company, which without him, I would not have gotten the opportunity whatsoever. So a big thank you to him. And lastly, thank you to my parents as they are constantly supporting me and they provided me with everything that I needed to complete this internship, whether it was gas or food or being able to stay in their house and everything like that. So thank you to everyone that has been a part of this internship. And I'm so grateful that I was given this opportunity to be a part of a company.